Sawtooth Dave, what's happening, y'all? Hope you guys had a good week. Uh, you know, working on stuff, I get like a little time here, a little time there. So like, I forget what happens week to week. You know, like honestly, like, let me get this one out. I think last week when I showed you, it was different finish, but this week is a little different. It's still not where I want it, but if y'all see Paul, Paul, if you can, I don't know if you could do it or not. Can you put a link to your Instagram in the description and then in the comments, whatever? Paul is doing work, and he turned me on to this stainless steel, like blackener kind of stuff. Mine's still splotchy. I don't know if you can see it in the right. It's still splotchy. So I'm trying to get to the finish that he's gotten to. I'm kind of chasing him on that one, but so we're still working on the Skype. I don't know if I showed you this. I think it was a different color last week. See, I really can't remember what I did. So I guess this week I'm gonna, like, normally I just send the people videos of knives when I get done. I haven't really been showing y'all knife mods. Like, I mean, a little bit here and there of my stuff, but like of other people's. I'm just gonna show you what I think. I think all these were this week. I'm pretty sure I got all these done from last Sunday to this Sunday. It's like 7.5 minutes of like me talking to the owners about their knives. I'm gonna clip that in right here. All right, Denise, check it out. How you want me to finish that? You want me to leave it like it is? You can see it's like a little scratch marks there and there while I was deburring the burr off the top of it, which I don't really like, but I was planning on refinishing the whole thing when I was doing that. So, but after I got done, I was like, I don't know, I kind of like it, you know, acid stonewash, and then the machine marks in the bottom kind of matches everything else. Or I could just re-blast the whole thing and re-etch the whole thing. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. But as far as like functionality wise, I think it actually worked pretty well. I'll see if I can turn my hand around this way. I can't really do it, sorry. But yeah, for my big hands, I can get in there, so I'm sure it's going to work good for you. Knife feels better too. Take a little bit of weight out of the blade, just a little bit, just makes it feel a little bit better. I like you, go like it. Let me know what you want. All right, bro, just getting this one done. Bro, this is kind of a challenge because that blade is super thin, man, and titanium's not exactly thick either, but I ended up cutting the pockets on the top versus the blade because I didn't want to lose any strength. The blade's only like 86 thousandths or something thick, so it wasn't exactly my favorite thing to do conversion wise. And I don't honestly, like, you're gonna be more of a judge than I am, but I don't see a huge benefit of going to the bearings on this one. They may break in and be smoother, but quite honestly, man, it just feels almost identical to the phosphor bronze in my mind. Like, I don't know, it's not like it's drop shutty or nothing. It might break in and become that. I might have it a little over tight. Let's see if we can loosen it just a hair. Oh, I can't do this with the phone. Let's see if I can do this. Sorry about the shitty work. I'm just barely cracking it, give it a little more slack. But yeah, I guess you can probably play with it and maybe get it, but I don't know. It's done, bro. But I remember you said you might want the scales blasted, so let me know if you do or don't. So it's better now. Took me a minute to kind of get used to it too. It's such a small little knife. It's hard for me to get my hands on it. But yeah, I did a little more lock bar tension. You may or may not like that, but it seemed to work all right. So it might not be drop shutty, but you know, it's good and centered. And I think the action feels good now on the bearings. You're starting to notice the difference between now and that and the washers that were on it. So yeah, it's getting there. Takes me longer to probably get used to the knife, but I think that's what you wanted. All right, Paul, I think blasting was way to go, bro. So it's got a cool look to it now. I like it much better. Let the backspacer alone, hardware alone. Figured you'd probably black it out anyhow. Obviously the thumb studs, I think I asked you about the thumb studs, but it's pretty much good to go at this point, man. Obviously you got to break back in now. Blasted that, you know, bearing and the bearing pocket on the inside, so it'll have to break back in, but it feels good to me. I think this is all you wanted. Let me know if there was something else you wanted. I'm pretty sure that, remember talking with you, I'm pretty sure this is all you said you wanted. So little bitty guy. Well, they're doing 3 this week. They're almost kind of matched, man. So I'm gonna take a picture of it. Got to share everybody for the YouTubes, right? But it's like they're all shiny blades with blasted frames and shiny hardware. Pretty much. So yours get the black hardware, but I think that's what you want. Let me know for sure, all right? Later, bro. All right, Josh. Here's the John Gray, man. I went ahead and put a hole in it. I think this pivot's backwards, but I kind of like the way it looks anyhow. So I know you've taken this apart, so I'm sure you can take it apart and put it back together how you want. But there's a look, just blasting the stone wash on the frame and the hole. So it's pretty simple. But as far as mods go, I mean, functionality-wise, I think it works fine. For me, I can't put my hand on the lock bar and not get it. So hopefully this fixes your issue. I didn't really have an issue when it started with, other than it was a little slick. You know, it's slick coming off those studs. If they would have serrated the front of it or something, it probably would have been easier. You can still use the hole. Sorry about the shaky camera. You can still use the hole pretty easily on that. But as far as traction goes, this is way more traction. And I'll take a video of your other method here in a second. But yeah, I like the way this one came out, man. So finger whipping, I think it's all day long finger flicking good. On that choke up, I think it feels good too. A little bit of, you know, because you take the meat out of that, a little bit of lightening it makes it feel better to me. And so you may have forgot the same treatment as far as the titanium goes. If it'll focus. There it goes. Sorry. So you get the same treatment, blasted, but obviously I just call this corner round, but you know, I think it contouring. I wouldn't call it contour because this is still flat, right? So just like basically corner rounded it, similar to what that picture was you took that you give me. Left the backspacer alone and the hardware alone like you asked. I didn't do the patterns because patterns aren't my thing, man. Sorry I didn't lock all the way out, but yeah, same thing as the other one, man. So you got much more traction on this. Definitely has a different feel to it, but I think with the hardware and the blade and the backspacer all kind of matching, it kind of works as it is. This is a little harder to flick, but yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, it's on just phosphor bronze, but I like it. You can tune it however you want to. Nothing's lopsided. All right, Doug. So it looked like that the detent ball wasn't fully engaged in the blade, so I basically just took the detent hole in the blade, and it's gonna be super hard for me to show you, but I basically made it the hole in the blade. It's just slightly bigger, so it improved the detent. So the hard thing for me to judge is what you want for a detent, right? So like you were saying, you're worried about it falling out of your pocket. I'm not shaking hard, but I'm shaking, right? It's not coming out now, but I can still shake it out. So like, I don't know how stout of a detent you're looking for. You know, obviously this is more of a finger flick and thumb flicker, so I think a lighter detent's probably good. I'm trying to show you. You can see it sucks in pretty good now. Like before, it just barely went. It's hard for me to get my hand on this thing. But yeah, I think it's good, but you could possibly want the double detent. So I don't know where to go from here, bro. So if you want me to send it back to you, then you might have to possibly send it back. So you can kind of see right there. I've got grease in it right now, but I basically just took that hole and made it a little bit bigger. All right, bro. You can get back to me, but I pretty much got that one done. So hopefully this is what you want. You can see it now. I'll clean the G10 off when I get done, but that's the profile look there. And I showed you just fine a second ago. Light's hard to catch, sorry. But yeah, if you didn't know, you'd think it's factory. You wouldn't know the difference. So yeah, obviously I have a style, right? So like go surprised, you know, like I got some myself that are this way. I did do a double detent mod on this one. I got to still blast it because you can see where I had a deburr right there on that one. But the double detent mods, I'm starting to figure out quite a few things in the double detent mods. And like, as I stated before, it's really for the non-flippers to me. Like as long as it's a non-flipper, it works great. So Javelina with the double detent flipper, double detent mod. And then I think I already showed the double detent mod on this one, but I can't remember. I did a double detent mod on it. It didn't work right. So you're going to see 3 holes there. One, if you see this one right here, it's got a ceramic bearing, but it's not. It's just pressed in, I guess. But I went ahead and did that one in the middle to change the axe on this one, mainly for the finger flicking. But man, it is butter smooth now. Works super good. All 3 methods, so thumb, finger flicking, and flipping. All great. So super happy with this Treyu. And yes, plethora. I'm gonna keep it as is because hopefully I'm working with Evan. We're gonna make another return of the other Treyu that's already blasted in the stone wash, so you don't have to worry about me acid stone washing that one. And in from drink water this week. Y'all know I got plenty of, well, y'all probably don't know, but where did I do the other one? Oh, it's in my pocket. Hang on a second. Sorry, I'm well prepared. You can tell, right? So y'all know I'm a fan of the TFF1. So Fat Daddy modded and regular S35 being. This one came from Brother Nunface from years ago, I guess. But anyway, in from trade from Drinkwater was this TFF1 in S45. And y'all know the bling bling shiny shit ain't for me. I think y'all already know that. But I kind of thought about doing the same kind of thing on this handle. Like, I'm just not into this style at all. It's too slick in the hand. Don't work for me. The blade I can kind of get away with. I mean, it's not my favorite for sure, but I can kind of get away with this. And maybe just do a little bit more of a stone wash on it. I don't like the polishy shit. But I'm thinking about doing the same thing, like doing a corner round and then blasting it to give it a little bit more traction, a little more texture and that sort of thing. So he said he might want to buy it back when I get done with it. So I'll offer it to him first. But if you don't want it back, then it'll probably be for sale because I don't know. Well, I'll get done with it and then I'll decide. But more than likely, that's what's going to happen. So now that we're deep into the video, and I'd say most people watch my video for about 10 minutes and that's it, which is good for me. I'm good with that. I like to bury the giveaways. So this is going to be Satu Claus giveaway. I think I did a Satu Claus last week. Yeah, my brain is all with fire, not 8. Let me tell you. Last year, I did the Satu Claus giveaway. I'm pretty sure I did it last year. We're going to do it again this year. And basically 2 of these are from, friends in the community, friends I've become with. So, yes, I have modified and used all these. They're coming as is condition. I'm not changing nothing. So this one is the Kaimano that I did the acid stone wash and the reblasted the titanium and I blasted the carbon fiber. So it's got a little more texture to it. It's not slicky. It's not really going to come out in video, but the whole thing's been blasted. It's got my treatment on it. It does have a slight bit, and I'm talking ever so slight. Let's see if I can show you, of detent rock. You see that? It never really bothered me. So hopefully somebody will like this one. This one's from Brother Doom. This is the Soulstone. Y'all didn't watch Mitch Bowling's video. He did a video that had his Soulstone in it. It's a great knife, man. I just don't find myself carrying it. Like, I really like the style because it's so unique and different, but I kind of want more people to experience it. So I think I'm going to give this one away too. So that's number 2. And then, because I don't feel like fixing the hardware on it, and I think it's a good knife as is. If you get it and you're like, Dave, just fix the damn hardware, you might be able to talk me into it. But that PMP, I can't even remember what, Beast Prime or something like that. It's the 3V version that I did that drop point mod basically to the Tonto, and obviously acid stone wash that sucker too. I love 3V acid stone wash. That shit looks so good, don't it? Oh, it's so good. And obviously I corner around the frame and blasted it just like I did in those other ones I showed you in the video. So all 3 of those. So what I want you to do is just write something about Satu Claus in the comment. I don't care. Just write something about Satu Claus. And don't make it obvious so like people are jumping in. Thanks for the giveaway. Don't put no giveaway stuff. Just say something about Satu Claus. And then we'll do the giveaway next week. And hopefully one of y'all will get 3 new knives for Christmas. Sound good? All right. That's it for this week. Y'all be cool. Later, y'all.